Yo, what's up guys? Professor here. Today I'm gonna be talking about a producer tip. This is something that I do in all my projects. It makes things a lot easier, sound better, and it will help the continuity of your music, which just means that it will sound more natural. As humans do, when we watch TV, we like to look for things that are consistent. When we listen to something, want to hear something that's consistent. I'm going to talk about using your reverb and delay on a bus, or making a reverb and delay bus, and why we should do it. So let's start by exploring what a send track or a bus is. If you don't know, a send track is when you send information to something else that's not just the master. All of your tracks normally will only be sending to the master, but I like to set up some send tracks over here on the right side. That way I can do all my delay and processing for them separately from the sounds that I'm using. And a great example why this is a good idea is because if you have a sound with just, say you do the delay and the reverb on the bus. So let's say that everything I do, if I use reverb and delay on here, the problem is I now can't EQ this sound or reverb and delay separately. If I EQ the sound, it's going to apply to the reverb and delay, or if I use reverb and delay on all these different tracks, I now am making it so my computer has to do reverb here, reverb here, reverb here, reverb here, reverb here, reverb here. That's like 7 instances of reverb and 7 instances of delay, eating up valuable processing power of my computer. But if I send the information to this reverb and delay track, let's listen. So that's clean. But if I make it so that they send over here, and now, let's just say, now I can hear the wet part. I can do this for many sounds, like all of these. I can also turn off and on the reverb and delay to see how it's affecting my mixes. I can EQ and edit the wet effects of the reverb and delay separately from the rest of my sounds, and then I can even send them to another track to clean up before it gets sent to the master track. Now these are just some fancy tools. This is just a project I've made, and this song is a beat cover of Dearly Beloved. But I'm sure you're wondering, wow, that's all great, Professor, but how do I set up this send track? I don't see these in my studio. Why don't I have any of this shit? Well, don't worry. Even though I did make a video on how to make send tracks in the past, you probably haven't seen it. So let's go over it today. How to make a reverb and delay bus. That way you can start using them to send. And you want to make sure that these are only doing the wet effects, nothing dry. Because if you let something dry come through, you're going to have a doubly loud sound. And you can still use reverb and delay and all these on other mixers if you want to shape a sound. But in general, for a song, I recommend your generic reverb and delay that you like and set to be on a bus or a send track so that you can use it for all your sounds, and they all sound like they're in the same room being affected by the same reverb. The song doesn't sound chaotic, like I'm in different spaces of the universe for some reason, and there's some different early reflection time on this one that's not on this, and now everything sounds weird on these high quality speakers or headphones as a listener who's very critical of music. So let's talk about setting up a reverb and delay sound from a basic template that you probably have every time you open up FL Studios. All right, so right here we have our basic template, okay? And that's not important. Well, the channel rack isn't that important. It's the mixer that's important. I see here that all of my sounds are sending to the master, and that's great. This is excellent because it'll be easy for us to make some send tracks. Go click on any track you want. I'm just going to go to the end because it's easier for me. I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to click dock to right. I'm going to do it again here. Right click, dock to right. We do it again right here, dock to right. Now I have 3 tracks over here that are docked onto the right. If you don't want to see them, you can hit this to close them. You can hit this to open it. If you don't want to see them, you can hit this to close them. You can hit this to open it. Now, these aren't send tracks yet. They're still just sending to the master, and you can't feed any information to them yet. What I would do, well, you can if you just click on this, like that, but don't do that. Let's do something easier. Let's highlight all the inserts that aren't over here, or the master. Let's highlight them all by holding Control and click and drag all the way. So this is how you highlight multiple inserts, all right? Let go of Control and the click. Now right click the arrow down here and click sidechain to this track. Do it with the next one and do it with the other one. Now make sure that each one of these is sending to the master. Now let's identify them so we don't lose track of them later. You right click, of course, the mixer insert, reverb, bada boom, bada bing. Excellent. Now we have our delay and reverb. Let's get some stupid sound playing so we can now show the active application of this. So I'm just going to get FL keys. I'm just going to open up a piano roll real quick, and I'm just going to do like a... All right, fantastic. That's fine. Now let's make sure this is on an insert like it normally would be. 9. All right, great. 9. Now rather than here putting the reverb and delay, let's go over to delay and let's click delay bank, delay 3. Let's click delay 3. And then reverb, let's go to reverb 2. Great. Now let's design a delay and a reverb that sounds good with our sound. So you'll see these knobs are both down. If you turn these up, you're feeding more of the information to it. But you're also going to notice that I'm getting some of that dry sound. I don't want that. I want my wet level to be at about 100%. For the delay and the reverb, and my dry to be at 0. This is why, you'll hear why. Check this out. Now, my reverb and delay are true effects. I don't like how that delay works, so now I can adjust it. I'm going to adjust the timing on it. Nice. Now, let's go see how to mix the delay and reverb without hearing your dry instrument. All you have to do is turn off the information, or turn down the information being sent to the master, which you can right-click and reset later. But let's do this so we can only hear reverb and delay. Now I can shake my reverb if I want. And my delay. Now I could turn on my clear again. Reset. That's cool. I can even, I don't know. I mean, like, that's it. I can listen to my sound without the reverb and delay. And if I have more instruments in my track that need reverb and delay, I could pump them through here. Bada boom, bada bing. That's what we were seeing in the other project. Yeah, I'd get a kick in there and it would just be like boom, 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 boom. Anyways, just, it's hard to like explain, but seriously, having your reverb and delay on those is gonna save so much processing power. It's gonna improve the continuity of your song. It's gonna like make things stick a little better. It's going to allow you to sidechain your reverb without sidechaining your main instrument. You can do awesome effects with the reverb, like making it go or pitch shift, or it pretty much just opens up more creative outlets while opening up more processing power, while enforcing a better mixing habit from now on if you start to do this. Let's just go observe right quick what I do here in this.
And I guess I'm okay the way I am. I've got something you can never imitate too. He was the only one I liked. He made me feel like I had a heart. It's kind of funny.
You know, this town had another name once.
Look at that. I'm even sending my hi-hat to these for a little bit more atmosphere. Let's see some other sounds I'm sending to this. There we go. And then, like I said, you can send them to some more processing, or you can just have them send to the master. It's really good practice to have a reverb and delay send. I would do it. It lets you EQ your reverb and delay. They'll be less messy. I like to EQ all my reverb and delay with this preset that I designed. I usually take a big sharp dip at around 1K, just so some frequencies there don't stack up. And then I cut things past 60, or yeah, it looks like about 60 hertz, because I don't want my sub bass reverbing or any sub things that would be coming through, as well as I don't want shit stacking up too high above 17,000. It just sounds a little too bright or like a little too messy. It just I'd rather use synthesizer effects to create atmosphere on those frequencies. I hope this helped. I hope this adds another I hope this adds more depth and more creative process to your guys' workflow in the studio. I hope it makes sense, like, why I do this, and I hope you understood the idea of making send tracks as well. It's a great tool. I do it all the time now, and that's pretty much that's what this is about today. So I want to thank you guys for checking out the video. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome as always. Be sure to check out the beats below. Make sure to check out the shops. Make sure to check out the playlist that I have with plenty of videos on FL Studios and pumping up your game. There's lots of videos. Comment if you learned something new. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe with the bell. And make sure you check out some more videos, guys. Till then, if you haven't, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go edit this video. I will catch you guys on the next one, alright? Peace. Oh, and for all of you wondering if I cut my hair, no, I didn't cut my hair. It's just tied up in the